If there was one person worthy of comparing comic books, Elon Musk isn't a pure choice. Many compared him to Tony Stark, the billionaire, inventor, and wearer of the suit that created the famous superhero Iron Man. In this video of Showmaster, we'll see Elon Musk's story that is as unpredictable as his character, entwined with amazingly relatable moments, and darkened by exceptionally harsh experiences. Much like the life stories of the many successful icons, Elon Musk wasn't begun high status from birth. Elon Musk was a somewhat peculiar boy with a fascination for science fiction. He was additionally a chronic daydreamer, often losing himself in vivid mind wanderings, wherever his ideas and fantasies briefly eclipsed reality. It came to the purpose wherever he'd stop responding to his parents, leading them to believe Elon was truly deaf. They sent him to a doctor and his adenoid glands were removed, a surgery believed to boost hearing in youngsters. Regarding the time of his parents' divorce, once he was 10, Musk developed an interest in computers. He instructed himself a way to program, and once he was 12 he sold out his initial software, a game he created known as Blaster. In elementary school, Musk was short, self-examining and scholarly. He was intimidated until he was 15 and went through a growth spurt and learned a way to defend himself with martial art and wrestling. At 14 years, rather than being an everyday teenager, Elon was having a full-on existential crisis. His hunt for the meaning of life led him to consult non-secular and philosophical texts that were ultimately unhelpful, and for the most part uninspiring. He then stumbled upon the book that will presently become his biggest influence, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, by Douglas Adams. A post-puberty Musk would later describe this book as a turning point for him. The epic sci-fi novel impressed an unusual conclusion for a 14-year-old on what he thought humanity ought to seek: bigger collective enlightenment. It was a lot too early for teenage Elon to hatch any solid plans. However, he knew his aforementioned enlightenment wouldn't unfold in his native Republic of South Africa. So he set his sights on United States, where he aspired to succeed in the cutting edge of the latest technology and unaside from Silicon Valley. In the book on Elon Musk's life by Ashley Vance, Tesla, SpaceX, and also the quest for a fantastic future, he reduced the gap between him and also the land of opportunity by exploitation his mother's Canadian heritage, to apply for a passport and in real time emigrated to Canada at age 17. Knowing Elon Musk, it's affordable to assume he had some type of plan. However, he found himself in Canada with no place to remain and ended up at a youth hostel. He took on odd jobs to urge by, engaged on a far-off relative's farm in Saskatchewan, tending vegetables and chopping lumber. For hire or for worse, a lumber mill non-commissioned him as a boiler room cleaner. Here Elon replaced his dreams of software package an area with dark tunnels and a shovel. He moved hot sand residue from slender tunnels throughout his 30-minute shifts. Any further would end in heating and death. Understandably, by the end of the week, 27 out of 30 staff had quit. Exhausted, Elon was left to rethink his state of affairs, eventually throwing within the towel himself to pursue his real dream. That same year, in 1990, he joined at Queen's University, taking an associate interest in business, physics, and engineering. His obsessions with energy and space currently appreciated among a lot of intellectual crowds. Here he would fake to come upon a woman, Justine, an agency he would later marry and have 5 children with. 2 years later, the awkward teen firmly established as a tremendous nerd with an associate-odd fascination for electrical cars, transferred to the University of Pennsylvania where he studied 2 majors. That is, once he wasn't binging on video games for days at a time or hosting house parties to pay rent, Elon's outstanding ideas of space and renewable energy blossomed at Penn, and he graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Physics and also as a Bachelor of Arts in Economics from the Wharton School. Finally, the terribly polite and amazingly shy 24-year-old made his move to California with pockets full of nothing, his heart set on earning a PhD in applied physics at Stanford University. However, his formidable goals and also the potential of the internet to attain them compelled Elon to drop out just 2 days later. Instead, with the high hopes of each new entrepreneur, he started his initial company, Zip2, along with his close brother Kimball. As with any startup, the road was jarring and tightly budgeted. The brothers slept in their rented workplace in Silicon Valley, showering at the YMCA. At one purpose, in a trial to cut back prices, Elon was living on $1 daily for food. His engineers would arrive within the morning to search out him sleeping on a beanbag, then discover he had corrected their code night long, giving tensions within the corporate. In 1999, Compaq purchased Zip2 for over $300 million. Elon Musk was suddenly begun .com high status, his renewed confidence sailing him straight into his next venture, co-founding X.com. This was a revolutionary online financial institution that he would reportedly work on for 23 hours daily. His tireless dedication, at the side of his loyal team, helped it evolve into what we currently know as PayPal. Elon's life was clearly on the increase, however incompatible operating relations remained a soft spot. That very same year, whereas on his late honeymoon, the PayPal board secretly removed Elon as CEO for incompetence. Then, in 2000, Elon's luck continuing as he became unwell with malaria while on vacation. It took him 6 months to recover, losing half his weight. When eBay bought PayPal for $1.5 billion in 2002, Elon's payout granted him the wealth he required to remodel his childhood passion for rockets into an operating business setup. He moved to Los Angeles and funded SpaceX with a budget that was way too little for a bold project that was way large. However, Elon was relentless, and despite the unexpected death of his 10-day-old newborns, he set out with associate degree all-star crew to make rockets that were quicker and cheaper than the competition. Because the finish of 2007 rolled in, all 3 rocket launches had stunningly failed. Tesla was on the sting of a monetary crisis. Elon now recounts how he resorted to selling treasured belongings and asking friends for loans to keep Tesla alive. By 2008, Elon Musk's once desirable life had declined into a shameful disaster. His wedding had unsuccessful, each corporation was failing, and also the press was unrelentingly cacophonic apart his name. However, he ne'er broke beneath the pressure, ne'er stopped operating, and ne'er doubted his capability to create a difference. Elon Musk spent months negotiating enough funding to push his corporations through the hearth. Soon, his projects were back on course. In 2009, his Tesla Roadster sold over 2,500 vehicles in 31 countries. The corporate additionally united with SolarCity in 2016. Elon's tried to save the Earth using solar energy. His Falcon 1 rocket, a proud Star Wars reference, created history as the first privately funded rocket to place a satellite into Earth's orbit. From then on, Elon's corporations have to continue to create history. His style's an extraordinary vision awarded constantly and attracting the admiration of millions worldwide. The once unspectacular student currently compared to the likes of Nikola Tesla for his unbelievable ingenuity. Elon has even served as the inspiration for Iron Man, one among his favorite superheroes back in his comic reading days. Elon Musk, along with his lovable, stammering explanations and fading South African accent, persists on investing in the future, currently with grandiose plans to colonize Mars, getting to transport the primary crew to the Red Planet by 2024. Not to mention his revolutionary train system, dubbed Hyperloop. To us, these feats sound downright not possible. However, if Elon's past endeavors have shown us something, it's that giving up is never an option. At first look, Elon Musk appears as if he was merely born to be amazing. However, his beginnings were not cherished as a billionaire entrepreneur. His childhood bullies weren't astounded by his distinctive vision. Elon Musk wasn't born into greatness the least bit, he fought his way to it. His biography is proof that generally, success comes from learning from your failures, that you simply should move forward with associate degree unwavering belief in your skills. His drive and perseverance are powerful reminders of however way we can go once we don't let our shortcomings interfere with our goals. Granted, not all people have a natural talent or even motivation to build billion-dollar corporations or a rocket destined for Mars. However, we tend to all have the potential to follow our dreams, and when most over we tend to be capable of. Work, hardships, and challenges are companions in each journey to success. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you all next time.